The argument has been circulating for many years. Many have formed their opinions based on personal beliefs, while others have found historical information to back their opinions. The argument is this: should prayer be allowed in public schools? Although there is a side that answers this question with a definite no, the other side argues differently. Schools teach the history of America, and it would be an injustice to our country if we did not recognize and observe what our country was founded on. We live in a country where we are fortunate enough to have religious freedom. Prayer should be allowed in public schools, and there are many reasons why. To begin, the United States was founded on religion. According to the Library of Congress, many of the colonies that in 1776 became the United States of America were settled by men and women of deep religious convictions who in the 17th century crossed the Atlantic Ocean to practice their faith freely. This quote alone exemplifies that America was sought so people could practice religion. Because of this, religion was the ultimate basis of America. Schools across America teach multiple history lessons every day. The topic of religion in the country is discussed as an important, impactful part of history, so why is that same thing that America was founded on no longer important? This is a question that has been asked by many people. We say that we are really and truly one nation under God, so this means that our country is centered around religion. Why don't we practice this idea daily in every area of our lives? Why aren't we leaving that statement out? As America, prayer in schools should not only be allowed, but encouraged. In this aspect, the simple act of prayer in schools would be living out the freedom that many came to this country to receive. Although America was founded on the principles of Christianity, we have also been granted the freedom of religion. This means that everyone has the right to practice his or her religion freely, no matter the belief. According to the Constitution of the United States, Congress has no right to prohibit the free exercise of religion. Some see this as a problem when the argument of prayer in schools arises. The statement, "If we allow prayer in schools, we are welcoming prayer for every religion," comes up, and because of this thought, many decide that prayer in schools should be banned if more than one religion is welcome. This, however, should not be the case. Yes, opening prayer up to one religion means also welcoming other religions, but the fact of the matter is this: even when prayer is not allowed in schools, those religions are still present. According to Gallup.com, 78% of adults in America follow the Christian faith. This means that Christianity is the dominant religion in America. Although Christianity is the most common, there are other religions represented within schools. Because of the freedom of religion that we have been given, every individual has earned the right to practice the religion of their choice. When prayer is allowed in schools, it is not forcing a religion on each individual, but instead it is giving everyone an equal opportunity to either focus on their own individual faith or sit silently while others pray. Because multiple religions are represented in a school, and because we have the freedom of religion in America, it would be constitutionally incorrect for only one religion to be taken into consideration when having prayer in schools. Some think that multiple religions having a time of prayer would negatively impact the students. Instead, this could open the students' eyes to other religions. Different religions are taught to students at some point in their school career, so they're already partially exposed to other religions. Different religions participating in a time of prayer would open up conversation as to what every religion believes. This would allow students to learn to respect each other's beliefs. It would hopefully teach the students that friendship is still possible, even when beliefs don't exactly line up. As I just stated, it is important that every religion is respected. Whether one agrees or disagrees with a certain religion or practice, children should learn at an early age to treat those of different religions with the same love, care, and respect that they would show to those of the same religion. This world is made up of people from all different types of religions. Although we do not all have to share the same religion and beliefs, it is vital that we learn to love people despite the differences. Just like anyone, kids struggle throughout the day. In times of struggling, many will say a quick prayer to ease their minds and gain peace. Although anyone can pray to themselves whenever and wherever they choose, it would help if there was an actual designated time each day that the school population as a whole could pray. In addition to this, according to allabouthistory.org, offering prayer in schools would instill moral values within the school population. When parents are trying to teach and train their children to rely on their faith, it's hard when the school is not supporting that. One of the last reasons that prayer should be allowed in schools is the heartbreak that this country has seen within school systems in recent years. School shootings have happened left and right, And although bad things do happen to good people, a school surrounded by prayer could have an effect on the heartbreaking situations taking place. www.afa.net, in regards to school shootings, asked this question: but why don't we pray before these shootings happen instead of waiting until somebody's dead? This question holds so much truth. We seek comfort and peace after tragedy strikes when we could have prayed for protection every day in the first place. This is not to say that bad things won't happen when prayer is present in schools. Bad things still take place, but the difference is this: a bad day can only get better when you have your faith as your backbone. And by prayer being allowed in schools, every student would have an equal opportunity to practice their religion. Now, in posing this particular stance on this highly debatable argument, some may ask how this would work. One of the problems with prayer being allowed in school is the idea that one religion in particular would be enforced. This, however, goes against the freedom of religion. To allow prayer in schools while steering away from violating the law, a simple moment of silence could be extremely beneficial. This time of the day could be explained by faculty as a time of prayer to begin each day. During this time, every student would be able to pray. Not only would this start every child's day off right, but it would also get them into practice of seeking guidance whenever they wanted and needed. So when prayer is a priority to the faculty of a school, it eventually becomes a priority to the students. Many parents teach their children the importance of prayer. However, these parents are not present in the child's day at school. For some children, this would make no difference, but for others, the lack of the parents' push of prayer could have a negative effect. This all goes back to the phrase, lead by example. By faculty and staff encouraging and practicing prayer in front of children, the children will begin to take part in the same practices because, after all, teachers are role models in the lives of children of all ages. Prayer in schools is something that many struggle with finding common ground on. As with anything, there are many advantages as well as some disadvantages. This is something that I believe we should focus on the advantages of. The people that first called America home were desperate for religious freedom. They came to this country for that reason. Our country's constitution includes the freedom to follow whichever religion one chooses. For these two reasons alone, we should reconsider prayer in schools. In addition to those, however, there are many other benefits. School shootings have haunted our country over recent years, and a school surrounded by prayer, I believe, could make it through those hard times. Allowing prayer would allow students to become more familiar with their classmates, therefore creating new friendships. All in all, prayer in schools would be a game changer in our country. If nothing else, for those who disagree with my viewpoint, this argument should be reevaluated. If we want to see a change in our school systems, a change must be made. The first step in this change is to reevaluate once confident opinions. It is my hope that one day, hopefully sooner than later, our country will return to its original beliefs and values. This meaning that our country, as a whole, will have an unshakable faith. This faith starts at a young age. What better way to instill this mindset than to train young people up to pray? Thank you.